A couple of weeks ago, Hyperion883 sent me a video by TheisticThinker called The History of Modern Cosmology and the Historical Conflict Between Atheism and Big Bang Cosmology. This video is... wow. It needs a response, but let me make something clear straight away. TheisticThinker is not your ordinary dumbass creationist. In fact, he accepts the Big Bang model, and I'd assume he accepts evolution as well. What this guy does is assert that the Big Bang model is incompatible with atheism. Or at least it's a problem for atheists, since a universe that began must have been created by a god. So, TheisticThinker, you begin by talking about the science leading up to the development of the Big Bang Theory, starting with Newton and eventually getting to Friedman, who was the first to present solutions to Einstein's equations that show an expanding universe with a beginning. I found the video interesting up to this point, but here at around the 12-minute mark, you point out that
at this creation event, space, time, and matter and energy is brought into existence out of literally nothing. Friedman's model was very similar to the Judeo-Christian concept of creation ex nihilo.
Sure, it's similar in one respect. Both imply that the universe had a beginning. Friedman's model doesn't involve a god. His model doesn't say anything about the mechanism behind the creation, as he called it. The use of the word creation doesn't mean that Friedman's model involves or even implies an intelligent creator.
Creation is 100% scientific proof there was a creator.
Indeed, Friedman believed in one, but this still wasn't part of the model, which was scientific, and therefore didn't involve anything supernatural. Also, you contradict yourself later on in the video by including a quote that says,
"A true creation ex nihilo would be the spontaneous generation of everything, space-time, the quantum mechanical vacuum, matter, at some time in the past."
Now, according to Judeo-Christian mythology, a wizard named Yahweh, commonly referred to as God, created the world using his magical powers. For more information about the subject, I refer you to the Bible, specifically Genesis 1:1, which says, "In the beginning, everything was created spontaneously." No, that's not how it goes now, is it? You point out that Friedman's model was banned in the Soviet Union, since it could support theism. That's completely irrelevant to what the model actually says. They did what you're doing. They assumed that the only way a universe could begin to exist is if it's created by a god. This has not been established. You're presenting a false dichotomy, and so were they. A universe with a beginning and a god, or a universe with no beginning and no god. Those are not the only two possibilities. You go on to misrepresent Lemaitre's contributions. Again, yes, the Big Bang model was proposed by theists, but this is irrelevant. You point out that the Pope said something like, "A Catholic priest has scientifically proven that the universe was created by God." But you ignore the part where Lemaitre explicitly told the Pope that his model didn't say anything like that. Lemaitre was a devout theist, yes, but he kept his religious beliefs separate from his work in physics. As for the opposition to the Big Bang Theory, however, I have to say that you're absolutely right. A lot of, if not all of, the opposition within the scientific community came from atheists. So, you're right in pointing out that much of the opposition was based on accusations of theists attempting to shoehorn their religious beliefs into cosmology. But this simply wasn't the case, so it's irrelevant. In the end, good science won, and today the Big Bang model is universally accepted. Here you include a quote that reaches a level of idiocy that I didn't expect in this video. This is so stupid it belongs in a creationist video.
Being a theist, Penzias has gone so far as to say that, quote, "The best data we have are exactly what I would have predicted had I nothing to go on but the 5 books of Moses, the Psalms, and the Bible as a whole."
The idea that you could take old fables involving talking snakes and a flat earth, things I assume you don't believe, should be taken literally, and use them to predict the temperature, wavelength, and distribution of the cosmic microwave background is simply stupid. And hey, if I'm wrong, isn't it interesting that no one did, and that this idiotic claim was only made after the CMB was measured already? You keep calling the eternal static universe the common materialistic and atheistic view. This is simply not the case. It was at one point, but then the Big Bang Theory changed all that. For the past 50 years or so, cosmologists, most of whom have been atheists, have accepted that the universe had a beginning. In fact, most of the opposition to the Big Bang Theory comes from creationists. To sum up, you say that
Modern cosmology provides us with a theistic view of a universe.
So you keep saying, but you haven't provided a single argument in support of that. Theistic thinker, I'll grant you that the universe began to exist. How does it follow that a god created it? To my knowledge, no one has ever made even an attempt to answer that question, which can't be dismissed with a simple, no. For example, William Lane Craig says that the cause of the universe must be personal because it must be greater than the universe itself. Why does something greater than the universe have to be personal? Oh, because it must have a mind. Why? Oh, because only a mind can be greater than a universe that contains minds. Why? And why must the universe have been created by something greater than itself? And what the hell does greater even mean in this context? Craig, no. Well, theistic thinker, I really hope you can answer my question. How does it follow from the universe began to exist that it was created by God? I'm looking forward to your response. Bye.